Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to Mars Horizon. Currently, there's not that much to do, interestingly. The global positioning mission has been scheduled, but it's going to take another 11 months to launch it. Space welding cannot really proceed, because I'm waiting for more cash. And on top of that, the free mission slot cannot really be filled, because, as mentioned, I'm waiting for more cash. So, until I get more to do, I'm just going to be waiting for the next event. There we go, we're getting quite close to the cache now. Skylab's been damaged. An impact from orbital debris has caused a severe electrical issue on the space station Skylab. The crew estimate the loss of power will result in a reduction of 8 months of science from the mission. Whoa! However, astronaut Odile Nicolai has volunteered to perform a spacewalk to repair the damage on the station's exterior. There's a good chance of restoring power, but warns that it has a high-risk EVA. It is a high-risk EVA due to the live electricity running around the systems. There's a chance he'll be injured. I'm gonna do it. He attempts to repair. Mission Control will work with our engineers to prep the crew on the repair and report back soon on the result of the EVA. Okay. Now, do we have enough cash? Yep, there we go. Space welding. Go. EVA successful. Okay, well done. It was worth the risk, just for the view, the astronaut later told Mission Control. Rival agency claims dominance. Really? The Soviet Union's successful modular space station. What the hell? They're fast. They claim that achieving the mission before your agency proves its technological superiority, and that it is leading the space race. That's bullshit. I gained support from that, but I lost reputation with the Soviet Union. Well, they weren't my biggest fans to begin with, so I can't say that I'm too unhappy about that. Let's see, there's a new mission on Earth. I could do with another one that yields a bunch of cash, like a simple weather satellite. Payloads. Simple run-of-the-mill comsat, I suppose. Nothing really too special. Let's go for a bunch of cash first and then go on an actual mission. Budget review. No, we're on the way to 22.5k, but we're not quite there yet. Marshlander research complete. Good. They might have a space station, but we're going to have a Marshlander. But first, we're going to have a global positioning system ready for launch. Launch reliability is good. Craft reliability looks good. Should be fine. And the weather is atrocious. I'm going to reschedule that. It's not quite as much of a delay as I'd hoped. That's pretty bad. Right. Viking. Let's see if anybody else is planning that. How is everybody else doing with the Marslander? What? Okay. China already got there. Period. Holy shit. That was fast? Well, at least they're not building Mars habitats yet. What about Earth? Yeah, the modular space station done by the Soviet Union. Nobody's working on these yet, fortunately. Any stuff happening on the moon? I still have to do a crewed moon landing. There's a request. Nah, that's a terrible one. Mars tech test. The mission's Mars experience reward will be increased by 50%. So 1.5%. Not that interesting. Next event. Skylab crew return. 300 support gained. I didn't know we had anybody still in Skylab. Okay, the weather satellite payload's complete. Very good. Now, I should be able to reuse the design for the GPS sat launcher. Load that design, confirm it. And again, we can't afford it. Or at least not quite, but we're almost there. Global positioning, second attempt. This thing has been in cold storage for 17 months. That's how long we've had this mission on the planning. 99% launch reliability. Let's do it.
4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
Now, I gotta be honest with you guys. I've been a bit torn about the whole Mars Horizon series lately. On the one hand, I really like the game, and I think that it's an interesting challenge to get closer and closer to Mars. On the other hand, and this critique has been leveled a few times, the game is repetitive. The game is really repetitive. And that means that you're just doing pretty much the same mission. I don't know how many global positioning systems I've launched at this point. I don't know how many of these minigames I've completed, but it feels like a load of them. And it's not really going to change. So that is... that's something that... I don't know, it's a bit frustrating sometimes. It's a bit concerning on others. And overall, I think that they could have addressed this a bit better. The way that we're not really getting that many challenges is something I don't quite like. I would like to see more. I would like to see a bit more variety in the missions. Which is why I'm bursting through these minigames faster and faster. I don't quite dare use auto-resolve yet, because I'm not sure how reliable that is. I'm not really that willing to try. But I might use that on a mission that well, I'd say more or less can afford to have go wrong. Now, I still need to generate quite a bit of navigation. That's going to be a challenge and a half. I think I might have mucked this one up. Really? Can I sacrifice one data? Yeah. I can sacrifice one data. Power. And this one twice. I won't get to the 16, but I will get to the 8. But yeah, the whole repetitive nature of Mars Horizon... they could have worked out this stuff a little better. Because it feels like the gameplay loop is just too shallow, if you will. And sure, it has nice images. It has nice textures. The game looks quite good. But it's the same damn minigame time and time and time again. And that's a bit sad. Anyway, we're here to get a bit of comms data, an actual data unit. So 1, 2, and... 3, I guess, although it will cause a lot of stray. Too much stray, in fact. Can I generate one more data? I'm not gonna go for the bonus one. I don't think that'll be happening. Alright. One turn remains. The last turn. I have a bit excess of data, so I can just use that to get the bonus objective, or sorry, to get the main objective. Keep an eye on the drift. This is the bonus for comms. And then I don't have enough to generate more data. Unless I do it like that. That puts me at all the bonuses. 7, 7, and 6. I have no margin for error as I have no power. Fortunately, it's a pretty reliable spacecraft. Ooh, that almost failed me. Okay, so that's at least a 25% reward for 5.6 million. Good. That gives me quite a bit more cash to work with. And because of that, I can now build this weather satellite. Now, what else do I want to do? Well, there are some things on the base that I can do. For example, the Neutral Buoyancy Lab and the PR office, which unlocks more support. Unlocks tier 2 astronaut perks. Yeah, let's do that. Plus 3% mission reward. Plus 1% payload reliability, okay. Plus 1% launch reliability. I think this is not a bad spot for it. Let's do that. And as for another mission... Are there any milestone missions available? Yeah, I still have to do the animal and the human in space, but what I'm looking for is the modular space station. It's not that likely to happen. At least not anytime soon. I have done... I still haven't done this one. The Venus Impactor. This one's quite good, science-wise. 4,254 science over 14 months. That's quite good. Topography radar mapping. Challenging mission. Task requirement increased by 25%. You know what? I want to do something a bit easier. Something on the moon? Oh yeah, the crewed moon landing, for example. 3% Mars experience. A lot of support and a bunch of science. Plan that mission. Let's send up Apollo with 4 crew members. It's going to cost me $1 million to build. It's not cheap. Next event. Jeez, ESA's launching the Marshlander in 27 months. I thought I wasn't that far behind. I might be, in fact, a bit behind. Okay, let's assign some crew here. We have to have at least 2 test pilots, I think. Because the test pilots will ensure that the reliability of the craft goes up. Yeah, to 88%. So... Oh shit, I fired them. No. Don't tell me I fired them. That'd be pretty bad. Comm specialist. Problem solver. Training. Payload reliability could be a little better. So let's set that up. And we're going to go in December. For... Or actually, yeah, just December. Go. Next event. Oh, Japan is still working on the crewed moon landing as well. I'm not last. That's a comfort. I'm not last. Minus 50% upper stage build time, but more booster build time. Okay. And the weather satellite's also complete. Vehicle mission training bonus increased by 100%. Payload reliability minus 10%. So I can easily counteract the payload by... Oh. Why does this not work? Why does it only work on that one? Because this payload reliability is pretty bad. I want to optimize that as much as I can. So let's go for March and get another 15%. Anyway, as I was saying, Japan apparently hasn't done the moon landing either, but they are ahead. On the lunar orbit, at least that I was pretty quick with. Alright, space welding. A lucrative mission. Let's say we're ready. At least I hope we are. Launch conditions, pretty good. 91% launch reliability. Off we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
That's a really big rocket. It seems like it's struggling to get up into space, but it's... No, it seems fine for now. And the launch reliability was really good. No! No, 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 no. Launch reliability was really good, but not good enough. We had a negative event. Saturn got a boost of 2%, and this one got a boost of 1%. Right. So we have lost one random command. That's not a good start. Achieve Earth orbit, keep an eye on the drift, use the crew, gain 9 and 5, but actually gain 17 and 12. Right, use the crew, keep an eye on the drift. I have 4 crew members, so I can easily do this one and this one, putting me at a massive amount of drift, but I can also spend a bit of drift here, keep it neutral. That already means that I have achieved more than the base nav objective, and I'm close to the comms. I don't think we've seen this one yet, have we? That was a lot of resources. Okay, let's do that again. So this one, no, maybe not that one. Although it is nice. And then this one again. I think that's a pretty decent way to get closer to the mission objectives. And then in one of the future turns, I'm able to counteract the drift that I have. Okay, we're way ahead on what I need for nav, so I can use that as expendable resource. Unfortunately, nobody really needs it. Nobody really wants it. Okay, need to get rid of that drift. Need to get power for that. Oh, sorry, no, it's not even that bad. I can just use data for that. It's going to put me at 17 as required. Let's go for 2 power, because I believe that that's all that I need. Drift would be good. This is done, and that's done. Ta-da! That's the bonus objective. Time for some EVA. Conduct mission EVAs. What are we doing here? We need to get 11 and 12. 4 turns, 3 commands. Again, 4 crew members. That's really nice to have. So I can do this one, immediately completing the base objective. And I can do this one. That's going to get me 2 of the data that I need. Why would I want to generate this? Well, I could use that then. So this one and then that. And yes, I know that I'm drifting too far. But I'll be able to counteract that before the minigame round ends. Because I still have 3 turns remaining. So I'll have that again. And then I'll get rid of some of this. Putting me at 11 and 13. Drift should be fine. And just generate 1 power as a failsafe. Done. And done. Now I can do the performed control re-entry. Keep an eye on the heat of the spacecraft. Because I don't want this thing to burn up with 4 astronauts inside. I can get rid of heat in 2 ways. This is one, that is another. So let's get rid of a lot of heat, because we're going to be generating between 1 and 3. Immediately completing the base of comms. Yeah, let's get that up. Or actually, no, I will be doing this one a few more times. So not that one. Instead, this one. Completing my nav. Done, done, and done. Right, that's the base requirement complete. We're heating up again. That means that I can counteract that. And I would need to get a bit of data for that. So this one. Generate the data, put that on there. And then generate a bit more data, ideally. 5 data is too much, but I can then transmute data in the next turn and use that one. Ah. Resists. Perfect. It's even more data than I was hoping for. Heat check. +3. Alright. Let's cool her back down. It's 11. It's way more data than I could possibly use. And this is the bonus objective. Heat's fine, so the last one's going to go into electricity. This is why I usually try to optimize the amount of crew that I have on board, because it's just easier. There we go. Welcome back. EVA complete. We now have the auxiliary propulsion system as an upgrade. And a lot of cash. That's 8.5 million. That's really good. That means that I might be able to build another part of the base. Although I don't know if I need it. Because that's the PR office. But I don't really find support to be spectacular in any way. Oh, I need the PR office to get the diplomacy office. Okay, fine. In that case, I will build it. What does it not like? It does not like to sit next to launch pads. Here, 2% reward for missions. Okay, active missions, we have a slot. And the crewed moon landing still needs a launch vehicle. I wonder if I can use a shuttle. Probably not, because I have to get to the moon. So, unfortunately, shuttles are a no-go. That means we're going to build a new vehicle. One that can get to the moon. That would be the Saturn II. That's the only thing that's heavy enough, or big enough, to throw this thing all the way to the moon. And then the auxiliary propulsion system. Half the chance of critical event during launch. So if I'm not mistaken, then that halves the chance of me getting into that red zone upon launch. But that chance isn't that good anyway, if I counteract it with either test pilots or something like that. This is going to be a, let's say the moonshot. Contractor. Speedy production, yet more expensive. Support drops severely. Support increases at the expense of money. Let's just go with standard NASA today. Confirm. Alright, there is another mission up for request here on Venus. Oh, that's the topography. Okay. It is a lot of science. What would I send? Mariner 8. Those things are really reliable. Yeah, let's go with increased power. And build that one, because I want to harvest a bunch more science so I can get those missions up faster. Budget review, 1983. 300 support, not enough to push me to tier 11. Tier 2 astronaut talents have been unlocked. Okay, what does that mean? This guy's a tier 1, I guess. Oh. No, hold on. What is tier 2? I mean, this is tier 1. But does it mean that I can train these people somehow? How do I use that? I really have no idea. Even a bit of Googling didn't really yield me any results. I mean, I can see that this guy has a little more longevity, but that's the tier 1 the tier 1 thing. It's not like there's suddenly a train astronaut button. I can hire these guys. Ah, okay. Gotcha. I can now hire tier 2 guys. That's it. So I can hire Jack Messina, who's a tier 2. Start each task with +1 data. Or for example, Grim. Plus 25% reputation reward upon mission success. That's quite a lot. If we're going to the moon, for example. Hire. Scientists. Tier 1, Tier 1, Tier 2. Plus 5% of positive mission events. Michaela, she's lucky, but her salary is 22k. I don't want to have too many astronauts on the roster. Alright. Yeah, let's continue on to the next event. EVA astronaut interviewed. Several newspapers have run stories on your recent space welding mission, detailing the spacewalks performed by your crew. In one article, astronaut Odile Nicolai described using a handheld maneuvering unit, or zip gun, to navigate around the spacecraft. Soon enough, I was performing rolls and going as far out as the tether would take me, the astronaut commented. I was laughing so much, I couldn't hear mission control warning me to conserve the unit's gas. Oh well, we gained a bit of support from that. Weather satellites. Even more cash. I'm going to be a really rich space agency. But I would probably rather have a bit more science. Considering I might be falling behind on the way that the other space agencies are doing their missions. Weather satellite, 9-6 and drift. 18-13 ideal, 3 turns remaining, 12 commands total. Okay. Generate data as an intermittent resource. Generate comms. Data can be transferred into that. Okay. This one. That one. And that one. And that one again. It'll cost me a bit of drift, but I have a bit of margin. Okay, now I need to start spending that stuff. Visual spectrum map. Oh, no. Spend it. Data transmission. That's going to yield me the comms. I would then also need 4 more of that stuff. So that's 1, 2, and this is 1. And then I would spend... Hold on, I will not be able to get up to 18 at this rate. I would need to generate quite a lot more of these. So I would need to get another data unit. I don't really want to spend that if I don't absolutely have to. That's more data. There. That's better. And then I still have 2 more data. And that data can be used to get the base requirements done. But not the rest of it. See, this is 2 for 4. This is 2 for 3. Or sorry, 1 for 3. So this transaction is actually more favorable. If I'm looking at it correctly. Succeeded. 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 And succeeded. Alright, last turn. I don't really see a path to completing the full objective. I could do this one. But then I'd have to do this one twice, and I don't have the power for that. I cannot really mess with the drift too much on this one. Complete. Done. Deploy satellite systems 4, 4, and 4 and keep an eye on the drifts. If I don't get the full 50% bonus on this, I don't really mind. Because I'm already doing quite well on cash. Unfortunately, I cannot have any drift this time around. None. 1, 2, 3... and 4. Ah. Resists. Done. Done and a half. And done. Okay, so we have 1 data too much. I can use that to get a bit more nav. And a bit of comms. And I can use a bit more power gen. I need to burn off 1 unit of drift. And I can only use... I can burn off either 2 or 1. Ah. Is that bad? Will cost an additional drift. Accept. It's not too bad because I can just spend 2 drift here. No, I need to output 2 drift. Oh, that might be more problematic then. Because I can generate a ton of... No, I cannot. Hold on. I first need to get the base requirements under control. That's key. So that's 8, 6, and 8. This is going to put me at 10, 4, and 6. I then have too many. This. I need to generate 4 data, not less. No, hold on. So drift. Unless I go for drift power. Then I can spend 1 data on that. I can then spend 1... Well, I'd have to generate 1 power. Alright, we're going for base requirements on this one. As long as my... Oh, crap. Did I pay enough attention to drift? Yeah, I did. Oh, thank God. Alright, not with honors, but nevertheless, 4.3 million in the bank. So, I'm at 12.8 million. That's quite a nice stockpile of cash. Now, I might be doing a few more missions off-screen, just to progress the campaign a little faster. So we can get to missions unlike constantly throwing up GPS systems and making sure that I have enough cash to throw up more actual missions. So, join me soon as I'll be doing another episode, and until then, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon for more interesting Mars Horizon episodes.